Hello guys, this is Deepak Singh, your physics faculty. Now we start the class 10 physics and the chapter is electricity. Okay, in this we are discussing the lecture number 2, and in the lecture number 2 which topics we studied, that topics are: first one is the physical quantity, second one is the units, third one is the electric current, fourth one is the potential difference or electric potential, and some related numericals. Okay, so now the first topic is what? That is the physical quantity, right? So the question arises, what is the physical quantity, right? So the quantities which are measurable or countable, the quantities which are measurable and countable are called the physical quantity, right? Like the mass, length, time, temperature, all are the physical quantities because they are the measurable or countable. Okay, so the physical quantity is what? Anything can be measured is a physical quantity. Okay, like some examples, like the distance. Distance is the physical quantity, right? The time is also the physical quantity. Like the love. So my dear, love is what? Love is the physical quantity or not? Right? Not physical quantity, right? Because it cannot be measurable, right? So it is what? It is a non-physical quantity. Okay, right? Like fever, right? Happiness, these are non-physical quantities. Okay, so now these are the physical quantities. Now next topic is what? Next topic is the units. Okay, what are the units? The question is, so units are used to specify the standard of measurement of the quantity. Like there is 2, like there is 2. Tell me, if there is 2, you recognize or not? Which is the quantity? Mass, length, time? No. If that is 2 kg, then you find that this is the mass. Right, my dear? If we write that 2 seconds, it means you find that, sir, this is the time. So by this, we find that the quantity is what? So units are used to specify the quantity. Right? So units are what? So unit represent the standard of measurement of the quantity, or units are a system of measurement, you can say. Right? So unit, what? You understand completely? So unit are used to specify the measurement of the quantity. Okay? Like here, there are 2 standard systems. Okay, like first one is the MKS system, second one is CGS system, right? What is MKS system? So in MKS system, this M is the meter, K is the kg, that S is the second, right? If we study the MKS system, it means if the mass is in kg, then length is in meter. Length is in not centimeter, not millimeter. Length is in meter, right? So in the MKS system, we study the meter, kilogram and second. We take the units of the mass, length and time in meter, kilogram and second. That's it. Now the next one is CGS system. In the CGS system, that is what? That C is centimeter, G is gram, S is second. Okay. Maximum we follow that system. What system? That is MKS system. And this MKS system is also the part of the SI system. Right? What? SI system. Right? A standard system. Or you can say that the system international unit or standard international unit. Right? If someone asks that what is the SI unit of the mass, then you said that mass, the SI unit of the mass is kg. What is the SI unit of the length? That meter. Right? Because MKS is inbuilt in the SI system. That's it. 2 systems completely. The SI system is also the part of the MKS system. Okay, my dear, unit complete. Quantity is complete. Now we are going on what? That next topic. The next topic, we are studying the electric current. Before starting the electric current, we have to know the unit of the current. Right? Because some introductory part will be in lecture 1. Please watch it. Right? Then you completely understand. Okay? So, Coulomb. What is Coulomb? So, Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. What is? Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. Okay. So, Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. Now, this Coulomb is given by the scientists, right? That's the Sir Coulomb. So, on the basis of them, basis of him, this unit will be arise. Okay. Okay. Now the next one is what? Next one is when we say that the charge is 1 coulomb. Understand? When we say that the charge is 1 coulomb on a body. When? So for this, for calculating the charge on 1 coulomb, like we have the 2-point charges, right? These are the 2-point charges, right? If they are same nature, they have the same nature, that's positive, positive, or negative, negative, same charges, right? Same charges always repel to each other. Got it? Same charges always repel each other. Okay. And what? These magnitudes are equal. Their magnitudes are equal. Okay. Now the next one is what? That they are placed in vacuum. They are placed in where? Okay. What we are doing? We are calculating the charge 1 coulomb on a body. When we say that the charge on the body is 1 coulomb. So for this, let me consider that the 2-point charges of same nature, like positive, positive, negative, negative, they are repelling to each other, right? And they are placed in vacuum. Where they are placed? They are placed in vacuum. Matlab there are no air. There are no any medium. There is a free space. That is called vacuum, right? And the separation between them is 1 meter, right? And the force between them is 9 into 10 to the power 9. The force between them is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Then we can say that the charge on the bodies are 1 coulomb. Right? In the 12th class, you studied that the force between two charges is F equals to that is K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Right? You studied in the 12th class, right? Like for example, right? F equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Here, if the 2-point charges, right, which have the equal charges, if they have equal charges like the Q1 and Q2 is Q, right? So we can say that F equals to, that is K Q into Q, that is Q square upon R square. We can say, right? Now, the Q square equals to, that is F R square upon K, right? Here, if the force between them is 9 into 10 to the power 9, and the separation is 1 meter, the 1 square, and K is the Coulomb constant. K is the Coulomb's constant. Okay, the value of the K is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Okay, if you solve it, they are cancelled to each other, and if they are cancelled to each other, then we find that Q square equals to 1, and it means that Q is 1. So that is Q equals to 1 coulomb. So my dear, we can say that charge on the body is 1 coulomb when there are two equal bodies, right? Two like point charges, and they have the equal magnitudes, placed in a vacuum, distance of 1 meter from each other, repel each other, and the force between them is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. Then the charge is 1 coulomb. This is the concept of 1 coulomb. Okay, you got it completely? Okay, now we are going on the charge on 1 electron. Tell me, what is the charge on 1 electron? As you know that electron has a charge or not? Electron in the orbit of the atom, right? Electrons have the charge. Protons also have the charge. And the charge on 1 electron and 1 proton are same. What is? That is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. So my dear, the charge on 1 electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is what? This is the charge on 1 electron, right? Now my question is, how many electrons are in 1 coulomb charge? How many electrons are in 1 coulomb charge? This is the question, right? First of all, this is what? This is the value of charge on 1 electron. Understand carefully. This is what? This is the value of charge on 1 electron. And now my question is, how many electrons are in 1 coulomb charge? Two different questions. This is the charge on one electron. Question is, how many electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge? So my dear, for calculating it, we have a formula. That is Q equals to Ne. What the formula? That's Q equals to Ne. Here in this formula, Q equals to Ne, that N is the number of electrons. N is the number of electrons. E is what? That E is the base charge. That is the charge on one electron. That is 1.6 10 to the minus 19 Coulomb. Got it? Right? By this formula, we can calculate the charge on any body. Right? If the body A lost the 3 electrons to body B, transfer to body B. Initially, they are uncharged. So what is the charge on the body A? A lost the electrons. It means it is a positively charged. Because lost the electrons. Right? So the body A has the charges are what? That Q equals to that plus how many electrons are transferred? That is 3. 3 electrons. So that is plus 3E. And the body B. And the body B has the charges. It gained the electrons. So it has a negative charge. That is 3 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. This is the value of the charge on both the bodies. Done it? So you remember this. Very important for the numericals. Right? That Q equals to Ne. We can find the charge on any body. If we have the number of electrons transferred, then we can calculate the charge on any body. Okay? By this formula. Done? Complete? You got it? Now, my question is, how many electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge? How many electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge? Okay? So, here N is number of electrons, N equals to Q by E. My question is, how many electrons are 1 Coulomb charge? The charge is 1 Coulomb. Charge is 1 Coulomb, right? And E is what? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. And if we calculate it, then we find what? That is a 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. So it is a standard. What? That how many electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge? So we can say that the 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge. That's the answer. Right? There are 2 different questions. First, what is the charge on 1 electron? That answer is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb is the charge on 1 electron. Okay. Second question is, how many electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge? Then the answer is 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons are in 1 Coulomb charge. These are the 2 different questions. I hope that you got it. Okay. Done? Clear? Right. Now we going on the next. And the next one is volt. Right? Volt is what? Volt is used for the potential difference. Right? Volt is used for the potential difference, and it is the SI unit of electric potential difference. Right? So it is what? It is the SI unit of potential difference. Okay? Which you studied in a lecture 1. Right? So volt is the unit for measuring the potential difference. We know that. Okay? Now the next one is what? Now the next one is this unit is known as the name of the scientist, that is Volta. Right? So on the basis of him, the unit is given. Right? Next one is what? Next one is, if we have a conductor, right? And here there is a cell, there is a higher potential, this is lower potential. We know that the charge is flowing always from higher potential to lower potential. We know or not? We know or not? If there is a potential difference. If there is a potential difference, then definitely charge is flowing. Definitely current is flowing. Always electron is flowing from lower to higher. And in the opposite direction of the electron, the current is flowing. Right? The charge is flowing. Okay, my dear? So charge is flowing from high to low. Right? The charges like the positive charges. Electron from negative to positive, and positive charges from positive to negative. And that is current. Right? So we know that. Now I am saying you that if the charge is flowing from higher to low, then the work done is not done or not. If the charge is moving from one place to another place, then the work is done. Then the work is done. And my dear, the work done in moving the charge, we know that, right? And the work done to bring a charge to bring a unit positive charge from one place to another place is called what? That is the potential difference. Listen carefully. The work done to bring a unit positive charge from one point to another point is called what? That is the potential difference. Okay, right? And the SI unit of work done is what? That is joule. The SI unit of charge is coulomb. And we find that the joule per coulomb is called a volt. What, my dear? The joule per coulomb is called volt. When we say that the potential difference is 1 volt, when? If 1 joule work is done, listen, if 1 joule work is done to bring a 1 coulomb charge from one point to other point, then the potential difference is 1 volt. Right? Listen again. 1 volt is the potential difference between 2 points in a current carrying conductor when 1 joule work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another. Then the potential difference is what? That is 1 volt. Right? So 1 joule work to bring a 1 coulomb charge, then the potential difference between the points is 1 volt. Is it clear? The concept of the potential difference. What is the potential difference? What is the formula of the potential difference? What is the unit, SI unit of the potential difference? Complete. Okay, my dear. Now next, 1 volt, that unit is joule coulomb inverse. Okay. Now, some other units like 1 millivolt. Milli means that is 1 upon 1000 volt. Right? 1 upon 1000, that is 10 ki power. 10 ki power what? 10 ki power 3 volt. Right? We can write it that 10 ki power minus 3 volt. Right? If there is, in sub question, if written as that 1 millivolt is a supply, so you write that 10 ki power minus 3 volt supply. Okay? If there is a 1 kilovolt supply, right, then you understand that, so 1 kilovolt, that is 10 ki power 3 volt. What is a 1 kilovolt? That is 10 ki power 3 volt, right? Like 1 megavolt. If there is a megavolt, it means that 10 ki power 6 volt. What is the meaning of the mega at here? That's 10 ki power 6. Right? If like 1 mega coulomb, what? The 10 ki power 6 coulomb. Okay? Right? Okay, my dear. So, it is completed. Now ampere. As we know that the ampere is what? Ampere is the SI unit of the current. Right? Ampere is the SI unit of current. Okay? Right? Ampere is the unit for measuring the electric current. We know that. Right? According to the scientists, this name is given. Ampere. Okay? So, here there's a conductor. There's a conducting wire. There's a cell whose higher and lower potential. We know that current is always flowing from high to low. We know that, right? If we have a potential difference V, right? Charge is flowing, right? If the charge is flowing in unit time, is called the electric current. Charge per unit time is called the electric current, right? If charge is moving in unit time, that is called as electric current. This is the formula of electric current, which you also know in the lecture 1, which you also understand completely in lecture 1. Okay. So here, once again, in the mathematical form, so I equals to Q upon T. So what is current? Current is the rate of flowing of charge, or we can say that the Q by T. Right? This is the formula. When we say that current is 1 ampere, tell me, when we say that current is 1 ampere, when we say, if 1 coulomb charge is flowing in a conductor in 1 second, listen, if 1 coulomb charge is flowing in a conductor in 1 second, then the current in the conductor is 1 ampere. Okay? So what? 1 ampere current, when 1 ampere is constituted by the flow of the 1 coulomb of charge in a 1 second, then the current is 1 ampere. Okay? If I am saying that 1 ampere current is flowing in a conductor, it means 1 coulomb charge is flowing in unit second, 1 second. That means the current is 1 ampere. Okay? That's it. Complete. Right? Like some other units, like 1 milliampere, 1 upon 1000 ampere, that is 1 upon 10 ki power 3, that's 10 ki power minus 3 ampere. Right? Now we are going on the What? Match the following, some questions, right? First question, match the following. Here there's some quantities and here some are units, right? Match it. Electric current is matched with joule, ampere, coulomb, volt. Tell me. Electric current is matched with the ampere, right? Second one is what? That is electric charge. Give me the answer. Electric charge is matched with the coulomb. The SI unit of the electric charge is coulomb. Okay. Now the next one is potential difference. Potential difference is matched with the volt. Complete. Now we are going on the next numerical portions, right? These are the type A numericals. In this, we have some formulas by which we can calculate some questions. We calculate some answers, right? And these questions are very helpful, right, to you for understanding all these concepts. Okay, my dear. The first formula is Q equals to IT. The second formula is V equals to W upon Q. That W equals to V into Q. Okay. And the last one is Q equals to NE. Okay. These are the three formulas. And the first question, the current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Time is given. Find the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit. Current is given and time is given. First of all, write the given. Given is what? Current and time. Okay, done. Next, what we find? To find that charge, right? And for this, the formula comes that Q equals to IT, right? So that I is given, T is given, so we can calculate the answer. And the answer is what, my dear? The answer is, that is 300 coulomb. Any problem? No? Simple question? Okay. So, first of all, what are given, then what we find, then the formula and the solution. These are the steps which you followed. Okay. Now the next question. The next question is what? That how much work is done in moving a charge of magnitude 2 coulomb. Charge is given from a point 118 volt to a point at 128 volt. Charge is moving from one place to another place, right? Then we want to calculate the work done. So V equals to W upon Q. That W equals to Q into V, right? So Q is given, charge is given, and V is the potential difference. Potential difference is what? The 128 minus 118. Right? So first of all given, next to find, next the formula, and finally we get the answer that V into Q, that difference, potential difference is what? That is the 128 minus 118, that is 10, and the charge is given, that is 2. So my dear, the answer is what? The answer is the 20 joule. That's the answer. Complete, right? So now we are going on the next question. Third question, calculate the number of the electrons constitute 1 coulomb of charge, or show that 1 ampere is equivalent to the flow of 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 elementary charges, right? This question is studied in the last slides, right? That how many electrons are in 1 coulomb charge? Then we say that 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons are in 1 coulomb charge, right? And the other question is, what is the charge on 1 electron? So charge on 1 electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. So this question is already completed. Okay. There is any problem? No problem. Okay. So there is N equals to 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Okay, my dear. The next question. Next question is how much work is done in moving a charge of magnitude 2 coulomb across 2 points having the potential difference. Charge is given, potential difference is given. What is the formula? What is the energy? What is the work done? So V equals to W upon Q. W equals to Q into V. Q is given 2. The potential difference is 12. So answer is 24. Answer is 24. Any doubt? No doubt? Complete? Okay. So answer is 24. Done. Now we're going on the next question. The next question is how much energy is to give the each coulomb of charge passing through 6 volt battery. Simple, right? Done. Which given the potential difference 6 and charge is this, right? Work is what? That is a 6 joule. That is, right? So the energy given by the battery is 6 joule, right? Now we're going on the next question. The next question is how many electrons are flowing per second? Per second. Time is given as 1 second. Pass point in a circuit in which there is a current of 5 ampere. Current is given, time is given, right? We find out the charge on electron. So my dear, tell me what formula? That Q equals to I into T and Q equals to NE. We know that. So the both are equal, and if they both are equal, then we say that what? That is IT equals to NE. Then we find the number of electrons, then N equals to, that is IT by E. And if we solve it, then we find that what? That IT by E, that is the 31.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Right? We want to find the number of electrons, and this is the formula. These two formulas are used to calculating it. Right? Now we equate this and we find out the number of electrons. Right? Simple. Now the last question on these topics are what? The last question is, an electric heater is connected to the 230 volt main supply. A current of 8 ampere flows through the heater. Okay, how much charge flow around the circuit in each second? How much charge? First of all, we are calculating the charge. Second one is how much energy is transferred. So charge and energy is calculated. First of all, given, right? Given is potential difference, the current and the time, right? Next, we want to find out the charge, right? Tell me the formula. Q equals to IT and W equals to V into Q, right? So we can put it, and if we put it, then we find that Q equals to, that is I into T, as we know that the option number A. In the option number A, in question A, we want to find out the charge. So charge is I into T. That I is given, T is given. So charge is what? The charge is the 8 coulomb, right? This is the A, right? Answer of A. Now we are going on the second, that is the work done. Energy means work done, right? So as we know that the formula of the work done is W equals to V into Q, right? V is given, V is 230, Q is here, that is 8, and after calculating it, we find that 1840 joule. That is the work done. Okay, my dear? Complete. So these topics are completed with the numericals. Okay, so now we meet in the next video. Okay guys, thank you.